You need to understand online reputation management, ORM. And you need to understand that personally, and you need to understand it as Sterling Commerce. Online reputation management is the field of study, the concept that anyone can go online and do a search, okay, like an addictomatic search. Okay, I'll show you some addictomatic searches, but you can do searches other than Google searches that show you what everybody's saying about you. And so, you know, if you don't understand how powerful it is that people can go learn anything they want about you online right now, I just want to point out one thing. Today, if Chris Jones, where is Chris? Seriously, is Chris here? Because I need an example. Chris, is that you? All right, so Chris, if you're in a bar tonight trying to pick up a girl, which seems highly likely, right? But if you're in a bar trying to pick up a young lady, what do you think the first thing she's going to do when she leaves that bar and goes home, if she kind of liked you okay? What do you think she's going to do?
First, I'd use Kevin Meek's name, so she's probably going to go home and look up Kevin Meek's.
Exactly. She's going to do a search, right? She's going to do a Google search to try to figure out what you're about or what Kevin's about, right? Depending on whose name you used. So yes, you're going to do a Google search. Now I want you to think about that for a minute. A high percentage of the young generation coming up, their first stop when they meet somebody is to go check on them. Okay? It's going to translate into the business world. When you go talk to a buyer, the first thing a buyer is going to do is go search on you. And they're going to see if you're an expert or not. Okay? And there's 3 states that you could possibly be in. All right? One state is good. Good means you've published a lot of things. You have a blog, you have a Twitter stream, you're clearly an industry expert, right? Because you talk a lot, and people not only, they take your content and send it to everybody else, so you're retweeted quite a bit. And then a lot of people say nice things about you, right? You have lots of connections, you have thousands of people following you, you're clearly relevant. That's one state. Second state is negative. Okay, negative is you don't really publish anything, and what you do publish is weak. Nobody sends it to anybody else, and what people say about you online is generally not positive. Okay? The third state is you're invisible. Invisible means we go search on Sterling Commerce and we don't get much at all. Or we search on you personally and you don't even exist online. Now, if I'm looking at buying a multi-million-dollar software, set of applications, and you're interfacing with me, and I search on you and you're invisible online, do you think that's a good thing? No, it's not a good thing. Right? So online reputation is going to be critical. Pepsi. Okay, I told you consumer products are out early. Pepsi comes out with this ad with this little blue calorie shooting itself. On Twitter, I grabbed some of the tweets. I'll just read off the top one. It says, Pepsi, you want to push the envelope. Try something that doesn't remind me of my sister killing herself a month after her own wedding. In other words, there was a huge backlash online to this ad. So within a week, Pepsi sends out this one. Hey, this is from Pepsi. We agree this creative is totally inappropriate. We apologize, and please know it won't run again. Pepsi. And they pulled the ad. Awesome work managing your online reputation. And the reason I know this worked real well is I'll bet none of you have seen this ad. And none of you even heard this story. So that was an excellent example from last year. FTD. Okay, FTD ships flowers. On Mother's Day last year, I happened to be watching Twens, which is a website that lets me look at real-time Twitter trends. And in real time, all of a sudden I saw that FTD was being mentioned all over Twitter. I go and find a bunch of negative tweets where it says, FTD still hasn't delivered my flowers. I ordered Wednesday to my mom in the hospital. They still haven't replied either. Grrr. Right, there was a bunch of those. So it blew up online about how bad FTD was at delivering flowers on Mother's Day. So you know what they did? Here's their answer. They came out with a press release. And their press release said, hey, we don't understand why everybody's upset with us because every year we don't deliver flowers on Mother's Day. It's hard to deliver flowers because you order so many and we can't. So every year we don't ship a bunch of them. This year's no different. The only thing that's different this year is y'all are talking about it on this social media thing. And so if any of you are upset, you can call our 800 number and we'll give you a coupon for next year. That was their press release. Not a good job managing their online reputation. Or this one, Taco Bell, you might have heard about this one. Taco Bell had 2 videos uploaded last year. The first one was the good one, which was rats and mice running around the floor of a restaurant in the middle of the day. The second one was a young guy who was the chef in the back, making the food. who decided to one day film himself taking a booger out of his nose, putting it in the taco, sending it out, and then filming the person eating it. Uploaded it to YouTube, and it got millions of hits. What did Taco Bell do? Came out with a press release. Press release said, oh man, we know this is an isolated incident. It only happened this one time at this one restaurant. You could be assured this would never happen anywhere else. Hey, do you believe that? Really? I mean, because ever since I saw that booger picking video, and I drive down the road and have to pick a place to eat, like Taco Bell has never been on my list. Okay? I mean, I can't get the picture out of my head. Right? They didn't manage their online reputation. Never before in history has one person been able to talk to 1.5 billion people. And today, if you don't perform, one person's going to talk about you. And when they upload something like this, or they blog about you, you personally or your company, it's going to be up there for years. And when people do a search on your name, it's going to come up. I cannot tell you how important online reputation is going to become.